All right, welcome back. Now I won't be long. I won't be long because it's about my bedtime. But I wanted to ask all the experts, dog trainers, dog behaviorists, veterinarians, those veterinarians who've chimed in. Do any of you actually keep up with dog attacks? Seriously. I want to know. Do you? If so, I don't understand how you could write the things that you write. So, I'm going to assume that you don't. Because I want to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're reasonably intelligent. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you another example of what I'm talking about here. This surfaced 8 hours ago. Always, or 99% of the time, I'm showing new news, breaking news.
Yeah.
You know, and it's telling that I can do that. Now listen to this.
We're going to tell you this story with pictures and video we got from inside that house, and police have been here before. We put up drone 10. You can see the house where the dog attack took place, 1815 Atlanta Avenue. Across the street, neighbor Lawrence Davis.
Then they say the dog had bit somebody, and the guy that owned the dog, he was asleep, and woke up, and the dog was on some lady.
We can now take you inside. A person who has access to the house opened the door. We did not go in, but shot video from the porch. An eyewitness in the house at the time confirms that Cindy White, who is known by the people who live in the house, walks in and moves the speaker.
Known by the people who live there.
Speaker and the bar out of the way, which was a barricade to keep the pit bulls in the back room. She then goes into the back room.
She knew that. She didn't surprise them. Those dogs knew her.
Where she is viciously attacked. The person who has access to the home took my cell phone and shot these pictures where White was attacked.
Those dogs knew her. They knew her. She knew them. They had no reason to be nervous or in fear of her. None at all. So where do y'all get the idea that these things attack because of fear? How can you make a fear argument in a case like this? This is pure bloodthirst. This was not fear. In these cases where it's very young people, and y'all say it's fear, you don't feel guilty? Like there's no sense of guilt or shame when you put out such false information such as that? It's troubling. This is a genuine question. As a civilized tax-paying citizen, it's very easy. Y'all don't keep up with dog attacks? Where are y'all getting that these attacks are based on fear? And it's like universally, they agree. Fear. That's like the first thing you hear. Sometimes the only thing you hear as to why they launch attacks. Those of you who are attacked, like that 65-year-old lady here recently, do you really feel like those dogs were afraid of you? Why don't they ever ask, these types of questions if their experts say things like this? You ever think of that? Why aren't they ever asked? Did it feel like they were afraid of you? Did you feel like, did they look like they were in fear of you? Are you aware of how you may have put fear in them, and that's what caused them to attack you? Did you do something to trigger fear in them? Oftentimes, they pre-explain it for you. No, not at all. It's always unprovoked. How can you then flip it where almost all cases are cases of the dogs being provoked only when it pertains to very young humans? Are you not aware? I hope y'all can see this. Are you not aware that you are not allowed to do that just based on an argument level? That is a failed argument, okay? And it will not be accepted as an argument, period. You're going to have to do better than that.
A woman is now recovering after being badly mauled by her neighbor's dogs.
The woman telling News 4 she may not even be alive today if it weren't for some strangers coming to her rescue. News 4's Amaya Ward is in Seminole.
Tina Bunch says that she was right here checking her mail when the two dogs attacked and drug her into the road.
It's very traumatizing.
Okay.
It was after a morning
These dogs were on her territory. Exactly how? Explain to us how you can make an argument that this is fear or fearful behavior. And if you claim that's fearful behavior, then what happened to dogs tucking their tails and running away, which is the standard sign of fear in, the known universe? Fear is when you scurry away, not when you attack. Are you not aware you're not allowed to say that? A creature that hunts you, trespasses on your territory, leaves its territory, that behavior is behavior of something that does not fear you. Doesn't fear you at all. It's coming after you. What are you talking about, so-called experts?
of errands that Tina Bunch's world turned upside down.
I went to the mailbox to check the mail and just got charged.
Tina claims the dog
It's a horrible story. I don't even want to listen to it again. She's left with horrible wounds. I want to ask you, experts, again, do you actually keep up with these stories? You know how troubling it is for some of us who keep up with these stories to constantly hear you insist that these attacks are provoked. I mean, are you serious? Do you know how many...
dog's owner watched and screamed as she frantically tried to fight off the dogs.
They had so much of my hair in their mouth. I was hitting them and trying to get them off of me.
Listen, there are several stories that have surfaced within the past day or so where they have written in the article, in words, unprovoked. And this is the norm for them to often write in the article, it was unprovoked. When something attacks you unprovoked, it's not afraid of you. It sees you, and that's the opposite of fear. It's almost like they want to pretend like they know something on a scientific level that we don't know and we can't understand, we can't comprehend. We just need to accept them, in their science, that it's actually fear, when no other animal behaves like that when it's in fear of something. It is amazing what dog culture has been able to do to the human mind. That should be studied. That itself should be studied. How far you can manipulate people away from their instincts, away from their natural instincts. That's all this dog culture is. Cannot make this up. Explain. I'm all ears. Experts. I'm only talking to the experts now. You got a lot of explaining to do. Explain exactly how a newborn instills fear into a dog, makes the dog feel afraid by doing what exactly? By doing what exactly? You got a lot of explaining to do, because you got multiple demographics to explain. You got to explain to us how each demographic strikes fear into the heart of a dog, especially one bred to fight and to be fearless and fight to the death. They have gotten away with that. That is amazing to me. That's incredible how they've gotten the world to believe something like that. And to get laws passed based on that type of rhetoric. Just a simple question. Like I said, I won't make this long. Hope to hear from you as always. You know I never do. Now, some of you leave comments and it's pretty supportive. Hey, shout out to you. If you see the truth in some of the things we talk about, hopefully the rest of you come around. It's a crazy, backwards culture, and it would only help us if we left it in the past. Shout out to all of you able to join me, and I hope to chop it up with you on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.